So, what did we learn in the last class? Can anyone please tell those topics?
Loops.
Okay. And did you guys solve those problems which I sent in group?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what about Kostu?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's great thing. So we need to wait for 2 minutes. Yeah, we can start. So basically, we need to start the method or function. Okay, the basically method is a block of code that perform a specific task, we can say. Okay, basically it is one of the most fundamental concept in programming, and basically it's helps to organize your code into the reusable pace. Okay. Yeah, hi Yuvraj. Am I audible? Hi Yuvraj. Okay, so basically we need to start that method or function. Okay, basically the method is the block of code that perform a specific task, and it's one of the most fundamental concept in programming. And basically it's like it helps organize your code into the reusable pieces, we can say. Okay, so why we need to use the methods? Okay, so there is a four things. Okay, for the why we need, why use methods. Okay,
Not recorded, sir.
sorry. Sorry, I was on mute actually. Yeah, hi, Yuvraj, I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry, I was on mute actually. So okay, sorry. So
Okay.
basically we need to start a method. Okay, basically this method is a block of code that perform the specific task. Okay, and it's a one of the most fundamental concept in programming, and it helps organize your code into the reusable pieces. Okay, and the thing is like, so why we need this method or function? Okay, these are the four things we can say regarding that reusability and modularity, readability, and maintainability. These are the four things we need that method. Okay, so I will write those things. The first one, it's a reusability. Reusability. Okay, so here we can write once function or method, so we can use anywhere, like anywhere, or use many times, you can say. Okay, so the second one, modularity. Modularity. Okay, so here Here you break the program into the smaller and manageable parts. Okay, the instead of mono kind of thing, it will break down as the micro kind of thing. Okay, for that thing we can say it's a modularity. Okay, the third thing, it's a readability. Okay, so basically here, readability in the sense like the code easier to read and understand. The basically the method makes a code easier to read and understand, we can say. Mhm. So fourth thing we need to hit the regarding that maintainability. So basically this is also easier to debug or modify your code actually while writing the more large scale of code. Okay, these are the four things we can say for the methods. Okay, there is a one more thing is there regarding that method structure. Okay, so method structure. Okay, so basically method is Java consists of the things like access modifier, return type, method name, parameters, and method body. Okay, so I will write those things here. So consist of first one, access modifier. Modifier basically here it define the visibility of the method called public and public, private, etc, etc. For example, I am taking the public and private. Okay, basically it's to define the visibility of the method. Public means you can like anyone can see, but private means particular person you can see. Okay, second thing, it's a return type. Okay, second thing is the return type. Here the specify the type of value the method returns. You can like I think you guys are seeing in that hello world code actually the wide and like if it is wide we can write that system.out.login. Suppose if it is a type, then we can return something. Okay, here the basically specify the type of value the method returns, we can say. For example, I can take like wide and int for the return type. Okay, third thing, it's a method name. Method name. Okay, so basically here the method name is describe the what the name does, like what the method what the method does. Okay, suppose for example we have we need to write some. Okay, we need to we have two digits, we need to sum that thing. Okay, so for that thing we need to give the proper naming convention. Okay, so now for that thing I can give an example to sum. There is a calculate sum. So these kind of names you have to give for the function, for the method. So it's a rule. Okay, so the fourth thing, it's a parameter. The parameter basically we can say it's a inputs the method can take and return inside the parenthesis. Okay, so after the function names we will get some bracket. Okay, so there you can see the parameters. Okay, basically the inputs the method can take and return inside the parenthesis. Okay, and the fifth thing, it's a method body. So here the code that define what the method does and enclosed in the curly braces. So whatever we write in the curly braces, we can say that a method body. Okay, these are the 5 things regarding the method structure. Okay, so I will write the syntax for method. Okay, so you guys are already written this thing actually, but I will write again the access modifier. First one, access modifier, modifier, and second thing, it's a return type, return type. Okay, third thing, it's a method name, method name. Okay, the fifth thing, it's a parameter. Okay, and this inside the curly braces we can say it's a method body. This is method body. And so here in the return type, suppose if it is the uh, suppose if we have some data types, so then we have to return the value, return some value. Okay, so depends on the return type. If it is void, so then no need to return any value. If it is return type, then you have to return the value. Okay, so that is the thing regarding that method structure. For example, we can write one program for method. Okay. Okay, so for that thing, there is a one simple example regarding that. We need to create one class. Okay, uh, okay, we can create a class. The class name is the hello world. Hello world. In this thing, we have to create one method. Okay, public void and again the print message. Okay, so here we need this parenthesis, and inside the body we need to call that console. The name is system dot out dot println. Okay, so here we can write our text, the message, the print message. What is our print message? It's a hello world. Okay, and this is our method. So we need to use this method, okay, in the main method. So we need to create one instance, like we can create one object. So for that thing, so inside the main, like inside the main function, we can do those things actually. Okay, so there is a public static void main string array and arguments. Okay, here we can create that object. Okay, so first of all we need to give that class name hello world, then we can give the variable name. Okay, I can give the hw, and so here for the creating the instance or creating the object, we have to give a new keyword. Okay, along with that thing we need to call that class name. Okay, so here we need to call the method. The method name is hw dot print message, print message. Okay, so here we need to complete the curly braces. Okay, so here you can see that class name is hello world, and here we have created one method. Okay, and here we have used the return type is void. Okay, so no need to return anything. And here we are printing the hello world, means our print message. Okay, and we need to call that method inside the main. Okay, so how to call that method means, so we have to create an instance or create a object like this: the class name, variable name, new keyword, that class name, and this yeah, bracket. So after that you have to call that variable name dot that method name. So we can see this code in the code editor: Java online. Here we can check. So we need to change this one. Okay, our output should be the hello. Why it is our spelling is wrong for the println? Okay, so we got the output. Okay, like this type we have to create the method. Okay, so we have the types of the method. Okay, duplicate. Okay, the types of method. Types of method. Okay, so we have the first type, we can say it's a void method. Okay, void methods. So here void methods, in the sense it perform an action but do not return any value. Okay, for the example I can write something like we have already created that example here this one I can paste here. Okay, so here we are given that void. Okay, and there is no return value, like this is called, we can say it's a return like void method. Okay, so next thing we can see that method with return value. So now you can, like now you guys are seeing without return. Okay, now we need to check that method with return value. Okay, here methods with return value. Okay, so here basically these methods are perform a task and they return a value to the caller. So how means, so I will create a one class. The class name is the calculator. Okay, so here we need to create one method public. Okay, public and int and add. Okay, so here in the parameter, so we need to give the that along with the data type. Okay, a and int b. Okay, so here we need to return that a plus b. Okay, so here we need to complete that method. So we have created here add method. Okay, so now if we have created a method, means we need to use that particular method. For that thing, so we need to like use that inside the main. Okay, the public static void main string arguments now here I can create the instance or object. Okay, the calculator, and here I can select the cal c. Okay, and here I can get the new keyword, and here I can call that calculator. So here we need to store the return value, whatever the return value. Okay, so for that thing we need to create one variable as a result. Okay, so inside that result, so we need to call that function, like the reference dot the method. So for the like here we have given that int a and int b. So for that thing we need to give the values. For the values I can give that 2 and 4. Okay, so here we need to console that, like you need to print that system.out.println. So here you can see the result. Okay, so here we need to complete the this is and this one. So here I can check this code in that code editor. Is it working or not? Okay, one. Here we need to change the name also. Okay, here you can see the 2 plus 4 is 6. Okay, so this we have created the method. Here we have created the object or instance, and that one here we are calling here, and that reference we are printing here. Okay, and after that, so we need to go for like parameterized method, we can say. Okay, parameterized. Okay, so basically this method accept the inputs as a parameters, and they use them to perform their task. Actually, basically it's accept the inputs. Okay, we can see using the example, then you can realize the things. Okay, so I can create a class, but I can give the name main only. Okay, the class main. Okay, here we need to create one so we need to give one greeting message. Okay, so for that thing we have to create one method, public void. Okay, and greet is our method name, and here we need to add the string, because we need to print the string. In the sense we have to give the string data types. Okay, so here we need to print that string, system dot println. Okay, here we need to call that name. The method is completed, so now we need to use that method in the main method, public static void a main string and argument. Okay, so here we need to create an instance main. Okay, so here we need to call that name. Okay, for that thing we have to create our reference. Okay, naming naming reference I will give, and here the new keyword, and here is the main. Okay, so that greet message, okay, like greet method, okay, the greet method, okay. So here that naming, sorry, the naming reference dot, the naming reference dot the greet, naming reference dot greet, we need to give the name. The first name I can give as a Kaustubh, okay, and second name I can give the naming reference dot greet as a Yuvraj. And third thing, naming start greet or Priyanka. You can check this code in code editor. Okay, so here, oh sorry, this is old code. We need to print this code. Okay, so here we have created the greet method, okay, and in the parameterized we have given that the string and name, okay, and here printing that name, okay, and here we have created the object or instance, okay, and using that reference we are calling that greet method, okay. In the parameters we are giving the value in the sense string, okay. Now we have to check
Sir, system spelling.
Sorry, system. Okay, now we are able to print the thing. Okay, so these are the things we can say. So we have to do one more thing regarding that method overloading. Okay, so I can do here only. Okay, method overloading. Okay, so basically method overloading means, so basically having the multiple methods with the same name but different parameters. Okay, so multiple methods with the same name but different params. Okay, the interviewer asked regarding that method overloading, it's very important. Okay, so then you guys are need to answer like this. Basically the method overloading is having the multiple methods with the same name but the different parameters. Okay, for that thing I will create one example. Okay, so here I will create a class main. Okay, so here I will create a method. Okay, public int multiply. Okay, so here we are giving the int a and int b. Okay, so here we are returning the a into the b, because in the return type we have mentioned the int. For that reason, so we are returning the a into b. So we are not printing that system.out.println in the method. Earlier you can see in the greet method there is a system.out.println, but here you can see the return because of the return type is int. Okay, so here one more method we have to create. because of here we mentioned the multiple method. Okay, public double multiply. Okay, here the double a and double b. Okay, so here we need to return a into the b. Okay, so we need to call those two methods inside the main. Public static void a main string array and arguments. So here we need to create an instance of object the main. Okay, so here math is a name, like reference name, you can say variable name. Just here new keyword and main. Okay, so here we need to call those like that methods. Okay, so here system dot println. Okay, math dot multiply. Okay, 5 plus 30 5 plus 30 5 plus 30 and the multiple one more 5.5 and 30.5. This is second method we can like calling here. Okay, we need to complete those curly brackets and I will copy paste this one to the editor. We'll check the code. So here we have created a one multiply. Here you can see the second multiply method, but there is a parameter is different. Okay, here we have given the int and here we have given the double. Okay, so then we have created here the instance for that thing and here we are calling the functions. So now we need to check the output. Yeah, 5 into 3 30, 5 into 30 is 150, 5 and 5 into 30.5, it's a 167.75. Okay, the next thing, the static method. Static method, the static method is basically it belongs to the class rather than the instance of the class. Okay, basically they can be called without creating an object. Okay, for example I will create okay suppose we have the class. Okay, and here inside the class we have one method. Okay, public static int square int number. Okay, so here we are returning that number into number into number. Okay, so that public static void main string arguments, creating the instance. No need to create an object. Okay, so here int directly like here we are creating that reference. Okay, result for result. Okay, main dot square. Okay, here we can print that thing. System dot out dot print ln result. Okay, here we can complete. Okay, we can copy this one and paste in the code editor. Okay, so here we can see our class is main, and here this one there is a method called square. Here we have given the int, it's a return type. For that thing we are returning the number into number because of we are checking the square of the number. And here basically we need to create an instance or create an object, but in the static method, so we don't need to create an object, it's just a static method. So you can directly create a reference and call that method. Okay, we'll check this output. 16. For this thing we can say it's a static method. Okay, so these are the things we can say regarding methods. So what did we learn here? Methods function, why we need basically reusability, modularity, readability, maintainability. Okay, and method structure, there is an access modifier means public and private, return type in the sense it's a void and int, and method names is a like we need to give the convention name like the calculate some like that, like camel case like that. Okay, and the parameter and the method body you can see in the inside the curly bracket. Okay, the next thing we have learned regarding the type of methods. Okay, first type it's a void. Okay, and the second type it's a parameterized method overloading and method with return type and static method. So these are the things regarding the methods. So did you guys understand these methods?
Yes, sir. So,
Okay, now we can start the object oriented programming. Okay, so where is Priyanka?
I think that network issues.
Okay, can anyone ping in the group, because I think she is facing some issue regarding the internet. So do we need to wait for some time or not actually? Yeah, hi Priyanka, I'm audible? Priyanka, I'm audible?
Sir, I think the network issues.
Okay, can anyone ping in group? So do we need to start or so do we need to some time? Kaustuba or Yuvraj can ping in group. So do we need to wait for some time or do we need to start the next concept?
We wait, sir.
hi Priyanka.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, are you facing some internet issue?
Sir, it's automatically disconnected.
Okay, sorry, I didn't see the thing because I thought like you are facing some internet issue for that thing I asking. So now it's okay, no?
Yes,
O-
sir.
Okay, I will repeat those things just overview. The first thing we have started regarding that method and functions, okay, and why we are using methods means it's a reusability, modularity, and readability and maintainability, okay, and we have some method structure called access modifier means public and private, and return type in void and int, and method names we can say it's the calculate sum, like this is proper name we need to give, and parameterize, okay, and a method body means like we need to give inside the curly braces, okay, and next thing we can see that types of method, it's a void method and method with return value, okay, and here the parameterized method and a method overloading, and finally we can say it's a static method. So we have done this much, okay, so now we have to start, it's an object oriented program, okay. So are you guys understand this concept regarding the methods? It's very important, okay, from now onwards.
Sir.
What about Priyanka?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we can start regarding that object oriented programming, okay. So before the object like in object oriented programming we need to learn regarding the class and object, okay. Okay, means object oriented, okay, object oriented programming, okay. So the first thing we can see, it's a class, okay. So before that we need to understand what is the object oriented programming, okay. So object oriented programming basically it's a paradigm you can say, okay, that organize our code around the object or their interactions, okay. We have some principles for the object oriented programming, okay. The encapsulation and that inheritance and the polymorphism and the abstraction. So before that you guys are need to know regarding the class and object. So I have already explained in the previous problem, you can see here. So this is thing we can see it's a class, okay. Basically the class is the blueprint, okay, that define the properties and behavior, okay. So like like properties in the sense it's attribute, behavior in the sense it's a method, so you can see here, okay. Basically it's a class is the blueprint, okay. That defines the properties and behavior that objects created from the class will have. For example, in real life scenario I will take like think blueprint for house, okay. So it defines the how the house should look, okay, and the how many rooms it should have and others detail. However, like it's not an actual house, it's just a plan for one. So like same thing we can see in the class, it's a blueprint that define the properties and methods that objects created from the class will have, okay. This is called class, okay. The next thing we can say regarding that object. So what is object? The basically the object is an instance of class, we can say. We can see here is an instance of class. Okay, it's actual like based on the class only. For real time example, example, I can say like if we have the blueprint in is the class, blueprint is the class. Okay, then each house built from its an object, and all houses follow the blueprint, but each house is an independent structure with its own address, like paint, color, and furniture, like that we can say. And we need to know the relation between the class and object. Okay, basically the class is the design and the object is the realization of the design. Like multiple objects can created from the single class, but each with unique properties, but sharing the same structure. But scenario one, I will like you can take the car manufacturing. Here the car manufacturing, the car class is the car, the object is the, we can say like a Honda, Civic, and Toyota, something like that. Okay, I will write that scenario. Understand just relation between that class and relation between class and object. Okay, so basically you can take first scenario. It's a car manufacturing. Okay, so here basically the car, like the class is the car. Okay, and the object is the name of the cars. Honda, Honda, Toyota, like that. So basically the car class defines the general properties and methods. For example, color, speed, like start, stop, etc., etc., we can say. For the each car has its own specific color, speed, and behavior. Okay, so for the for the each, like basically the each car means the object has own specific color, speed, behavior. Okay, yeah, for that thing I will write here. The class, basically the here car. Okay, the class defines the general properties and methods. Here defines general properties and methods. Okay, for example we can take like the color, speed. Okay, so in an object. Okay, the each car, basically the each car has its own specific color. Okay, and the second thing, so we can see the library system, second scenario. Okay, in the library system, so there is a class. Here it's a book. Okay, the object, we can say the name of the book name. So the book is class define the properties like title, author, and genre, as well as behavior like borrowing and returning. The each book object has its own unique and title and author, but follow the same blueprint, we can say. So these are the things regarding the relation between the class and object. So we can give one more example, one more scenario regarding the relation between class and object. There is a student record. Okay. Uh, Instead of student record, you can take one restaurant menu. Okay. In the restaurant menu, basically, in the class we can say it's a dish. Okay. The object we can say it's a pizza, pasta, salad. For example, the dish class defines the properties like name, price, and ingredients, as well as the method like calculate the price with tax. Okay, the each dish means has unique detail, but they follow the same structure. Okay, finally the class we can say it's define the blueprint, structure, behavior. Okay, the object basically it's a real world instance of the class. Here in this code you can see this is a class. Okay, this is a class like that define the blueprint and structure and behavior, and this is the object. Here is a real world instance of the class. Okay, so this is the regarding the relationship between uh, class and object. So did you guys understand regarding the relation between class and object? Because it's the main foundation from for OOPS concepts. Okay, you should understand proper regarding that class and object. Then then you can guys can create a particular properties and variables in the upcoming code in the project, you can say. So are you guys understand this relation?
Sir.
What about Priyanka?
Yes, sir.
Sure. Any doubt? Any doubt you can ask me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I need 30 minutes because tomorrow, because of we need to do the setup for GitHub. Okay. So we need to store all the codes in the your GitHub repositories. Now onwards you guys are need to practice those things because it's very important, and you have to add that particular GitHub profile link in your resume, so it's very effective for
Yes, sir.
shortlist. Okay. And tell me the timing for tomorrow we will take regarding this thing. Are you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And Priyanka sent me some codes, so whatever I sent, like I sent the questions regarding. So what about the Kaustubh and Yuvraj and Preetham? You guys are need
What,
to
sir?
solve those problems, okay, with collaboration.
Yes, sir.
After the solving those problems, you need to push to the GitHub. I will explain what is GitHub. It's very important now onwards. Okay, so is there any doubts regarding today's class?
Sir, repeat it once more, sir.
Which one?
The difference between.
Okay, where it is? This one, no? This one, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, basically you can see. You need to understand the what is class and object. Okay, so class means it's an instance of class, like not a sorry. Class means it's a blueprint, we can say. Blueprint in the sense, it defines the property and methods in code. Here, this is a class. Okay, just class is the like a blueprint. This class like a blueprint. Okay, and this define the properties and the methods. Okay, these are the methods we can say right now. Okay, this is regarding the class. Okay, so regarding you can take example for house. Okay, so blueprint for house means like it define the how the house is should look and how many rooms it should have and other details. Just a plan for one, that thing I'm explaining regarding that the class. Just say the class is a blueprint that define the properties and methods that object created from the class will have. Okay, and what of the object? Basically object is an instance of class. Through instance we have to create that object. It's actual, you can say it's a like created based on the class only. Okay, you can see the line number 6. So we have created this object, not here. I will yeah, I will take this one. Let's see here, the main math new main bracket. So you can see the like the object is instance of class. So this main we are taking from the class only, means the instance of class we can say. For the creating the object we have to add the new keyword for the creating the object here. So your interval will ask, so how can we create the object? So then you have to explain regarding the class along with the method. This is a class along with the method. Then you have to create the object. Then you have to call that method also. They will ask for code also. Then you guys are need to practice those things. Did you understand, Suraj?
Yes, sir.
What about Priyanka?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then thank you. We will meet tomorrow regarding that GitHub. Okay, and we will learn remaining thing regarding that encapsulation. Like these are the 4 pillars of OOPS. Okay, and please
Okay,
do solve
sir.
those problems which I sent in the group. Don't hurry, but do as soon as possible. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay then. Thank you. Bye.